Hey, happy.
Hey, Tim.
What's happening? Long time no see.
I know it's been a bit. What
Just a
you up
minute.
to?
Enjoying the hump day.
It is great Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to
Oh
everyone.
yeah. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Big
right.
things happening. We got some. So we're switching it up. Time changes and the
Yep.
auction changes and all kinds of news and other stuff going out. So now we're going to do the shows at about 9 o'clock, and of course watch the auctions happen at 9:30 now. So
Right.
we'll tune into the checks at the end of the show rather than start 30 seconds before and rush everybody into fast gas.
Right.
Um,
And
so
we're gonna stick to this, Tim, because I think there's no more time changes in the United States. We'll see.
oh well,
They,
we'll see
they've
about
been
that.
batting that around a little bit now, so we'll see. We'll see if this one sticks.
Yeah.
Because some laws they pay attention to, and some laws they don't care. It doesn't matter.
Well, they're probably arguing on which hour to go with, the one now or the one back an hour.
That's right.
It's because they're
That's the big debate in the Senate halls right now.
yeah, that's what's important. They should call back the QAnon shaman to see if he can shed some light on it,
That's right.
since he was so peaceful. But I don't want to get political.
All good. It's all fun. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, Will. Monster My City. Yeah. We'll end on that there. A good segue there, Will. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, coming right out of the box with that one.
That's right. I'm jumping right at it. That's what I'm talking about. Buenas noches, Moresha. Hello. Yes, the monsters. Yes, they are. Good stuff.
Oh, they're all about the monsters out there.
Hearing a lot on Twitter. Got a lot of news and things going on over there. But yeah, it's
there is some action. We'll get to that. I wish I knew more about them.
I know, right?
But it is exciting. But we'll get to that. But the crypto does have some news.
Yes.
My crypto adventures. You want to start, or do you want me to start?
No, you go ahead. Man. It's all good.
All right, here we go. This is a funny one because we know that Mr. Zuckerberg spent $6 billion on the metaverse and couldn't get a return out of that one. So now he's winding down the support for NFTs on Instagram and Facebook.
Huh. So
he's gonna put his resources somewhere else. Let me scroll down to what this says. Some new products across the company we're looking closely at that we prioritize and increase our focus. We're winding down digital collectibles for now to focus on other ways to support creators and people and businesses. So they actually want to pay. It says further in the article that they want to pay people for all the reels and the content that they're putting up. So if you're a creator, an influencer, you might start to make some money on Facebook, but we'll see where that goes. But there was one little quote in here. Meta's been cutting costs, and the company scrambles to make its metaverse dreams a virtual reality. Reality Labs, the division of Meta that works on AR and VR, lost $13.7 billion last year. In November, Meta laid off 11,000 employees, about 13% of its global workforce, marking the largest cuts in company history. Here it is, this one. The hype around NFTs has died down significantly.
Yes, sure.
So that's too bad.
It wasn't the employees. Well, at least I saw the one. Did you ever see the one with the young lady that is going around happy to be working at Facebook headquarters?
No.
And all she's doing all day is showing you the cappuccino machines,
right?
Showing you her meditation yoga room
up
on the roof where they can lay down in pods and suntan. Some of that stuff might be distracting for work, Tim. I don't know. I think a lot of people conflate work and break time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Could be it.
So they're pulling out of that because all those people working for them said the hype on NFTs has died down.
Right.
NFTs not going to do it anymore. So lost 13.7 billion. That's a tough chunk of change.
What was that Google movie? Where he's they get free bagels. The two funny guys. I don't know. Never mind.
It's called the intern.
Interns. Yes, that's hilarious because that's. I mean, my man was trying to take bagels and lox and just take everything home. He said it's all free.
Yeah, we can just take it. We have it.
$13 billion of free right there.
That's a lot of bagels.
That's right.
Yeah, too bad, so sad. Here's a good one because NFTs have died down. Beeple, right? We know that he has the record for the highest selling NFT.
Yeah.
What did he get? $69 million for that one, his collection. But Mike Winkleman, who's also known as Beeple, opens a 50,000 square foot Beeple Studios to showcase his art and build a community of fellow creators. So he took his money and put it to good work down in South Carolina. Yep, there it is. Charleston, South Carolina. Now the home to Beeple Studios right there.
That's close to me, man. I might have to go check out Beeple Studios.
You go take a ride.
Right.
Today marks a 2-year anniversary of historic sale that forever changed my life and the lives of so many others. Couldn't be more honored to be sharing the occasion with so many friends and family and amazing artists. So he goes and opens up his own studio down there. I'm sure he got a good deal on 50,000 square feet when he had $69 million. So you can
that
do
might
that
be a
kind of
good
thing.
field trip. We should take the whole crew. We have down on like a little field trip on the Man on the Street Live, you know?
That would be good.
That'd be awesome.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
And I got one more. Oh yeah, this one. I was telling you the other day about Stripe. Causing problems for some of my marketing buddies, holding their accounts and all this kind of stuff, causing problems about how they're processing their payments and holding their funds for 30 days. But the payment processor Stripe secures $6.5 billion in funding puts them at $50 billion valuation. Wow. So that's just crazy because I've heard it about PayPal and I've heard it about now Stripe. Guys who are internet marketers or whatever charging, using that payment processor. And then, when they build up a little bit of a fund in there, they have $10,000 or $20,000 in their bank account of a payment processor like Stripe or PayPal. And then they go and freeze their account saying, oh, you've got a charge back. So we're going to hold your $30,000 because someone returned the $400 product that you sold them. And it's insane the way and that is an example of a centralized system because these guys just do whatever they want. And my guy is like giving them review after review. I'm a customer of these people. I'm like, Mike's delivered on his goods. He's, this is all good. And they still won't release his funds. It's insane what they're doing to creators and business people that use Stripe and PayPal. It's crazy. And now, this comes out that they're raising $6.5 billion. What do they need this guy's $30,000 for?
Right.
He's been in business for a decade and moved from PayPal because of the same reason. And now Stripe's doing it to him. Yeah. So, and I've heard it from other people too. It's not a single one-off thing, but craziness that they're going to be worth $50 billion and they're holding people's money without recourse. Just crazy. That's a centralized system for you.
Yeah. That's why we're doing what we're doing, man. That's why this awesome battle of decentralization is taking place. We even touched on it last time as all this was happening, all this craziness of people being frozen out of their banks, can't get anything of their money in there. We were still able to do things, right? And that's the amazing thing. You literally saw Bitcoin and Ethereum, whatever you're in with your decentralized wallet. You saw it working, right? Blockchain never seized up, nothing ever stopped. That's the amazing thing. While all that is getting frozen and they're just stopping everything, we're able to do and get out of the way of harm's way. It's crazy. So that's the big key. And everybody got another glimpse at that, right? It's not saying it's the end all be all, but people are starting to really, see that, right? Again, I told you how many people got the text and calling me. It's funny.
Yeah.
But, evening, Jason. How you doing, man? Happy Wednesday to you. Yes, thank you. Appreciate you, man. There, Donna Night Owl. How are you? Great day. It is a great day to be a bee. That's right. Steve. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. We try.
You got it, Steve.
Yep. M2 Hat Girl. Good evening. Happy Wednesday to you. Thankful for you. And Mauritia. Are they in Ecuador? There you go. Awesome. There you go, Mauritia. Ariel, happy Wednesday to you. And no, good stories, Tim, because there's a lot of news, man. And kind of everywhere, really. So I have things that kind of start off that it goes right along with it. I'm gonna play a video, and it's it's a cool, awesome young lady I listen to. She's always kind of gives it to you straight, Crypto Casey. But I'm gonna start it from the beginning. But it talks about right there what you're talking about, even what happened with the banking, all this stuff. Only about 2 minutes, and then I'll start going in the news. But it's right what we're talking about, man.
This is a banking crisis, and this is bad. It's so bad that Thomas Massie, a representative in the U.S. House of Congress, tweeted, just got off a Zoom meeting with the Fed, Treasury, FDIC, House, and Senate. A Democrat senator essentially asked whether there was a program in place to censor information on social media that could lead to a run on the banks. Wow. And someone tweeted back, I'm as anti-censorship as it gets, but spreading unfounded rumors to promote a run on a bank is one of the very few instances where the yelling fire in a crowded theater analogy actually does apply. To which Representative Thomas Massie replied, what about yelling fire in a theater that's on fire? Yeah.
And that's true, right? The bank closed.
Exactly. Right.
And people couldn't get their money out. And that's what's funny with some, and it's always a chicken and egg type of thing. People say, because that story, when I think we did it the Monday or something like that, that I pulled, I think it was Wikipedia or Investopedia. That guy, that 1907 run, it was supposedly started by a guy saying, hey man, I don't think they got everybody's money. So, it could be a little bit of both ways, but we've already experienced this in 2007 and 2008. I think people are starting to realize and see that the financial system is kind of fragile, right? It's not this amazing, robust thing. It has a lot of backstops, has a lot of things where obviously, even too with Wall Street, they just shut down trading, right? If it's crashing too much, they got the crash protection team, right? That just shut it off, right? But that, how is that? That's why I do laugh. I am all about capitalism, but this isn't really full on capitalism. There's a lot of cronyism, right? A lot of friend kind of helping friends. So yeah, it's just funny that that guy was talking about that, a fire in a movie theater, but there was a fire.
That's right.
Yikes. It's so bad that this past Sunday, the Federal Reserve got out of bed to bail out Silicon Valley Bank. The last time the Federal Reserve got out of bed on a Sunday to do anything was during the pandemic in March 2020, when they U-turned and cut interest rates by 2% on a Sunday. It's so bad that first thing Monday morning, the very next day, President Joe Biden got out of bed to address the nation to deliver a speech that lasted from 9 a.m. to 9:05 a.m. Biden's 5-minute everything is fine narrative is completely false. His claims that no losses will be borne by the taxpayers in the Silicon Valley Bank bailout is also completely false. Increasing fees across the banking system creates a loss for taxpayers because those fees will be passed through the banks to its customers, the taxpayers, and the Treasury Exchange Stabilization Fund that backstops the BTFP bailout facility that the Federal Reserve is using to bail out Silicon Valley Bank is funded by taxpayers. The government is raising Silicon Valley Bank's employees' wages by 50% for the next 45 days to help wind down the bank. And who's paying for that? Absolutely the taxpayers. The money printers are firing up again, further diluting and devaluing the US dollar via inflation, which is legalized theft that violates the property rights of who? Absolutely the taxpayers. So this is absolutely another taxpayer bailout. And the government does not want to use the word bailout because they don't want us to know it's a bailout to avoid pissing off voters before an election year.
But it is. I mean, inflation that affects everybody. I mean, I think everybody's feeling that right now, Tim. I mean, when you go to get eggs, and now eggs are $10, right? That's exactly what printing money is, right? So, it's just funny. What she's talking about is right on, man. And what's happening also is that they're still trying to loop cryptocurrency into what's going on here. Like I seen Bill Maher, or so was it? I think it's Bill Maher. That was the first thing. Is this Bitcoin stuff? Right? Is this why this is happening? And the guy was like, no, it has nothing to do with Bitcoin. What are you talking about?
Right.
And it's because these narratives get thrown in there, right? They want to blame crypto or all this tech stuff.
Right.
Well, I know it was a tech Silicon Valley VC kind of bank, but it's literally just traditional finance. That is what's kind of the issue here, right?
Right.
Is these what we used to talk about, fractional reserve banking.
Hmm.
That's kind of the thing, right? The entire banking concept is based on the assumption that depositors will not want to withdraw their money at the same time. Literally, man.
Hmm.
That's a bank run. What happens when this assumption fails? The answer lies in the asset liability mismatch of banks, which can lead to disastrous consequences for the broader financial system. That is what happened, right? Everybody said, "I want my money," because they
Right.
started hearing this rumbling and all this stuff
Well,
happening. Good.
the largest depositor in
Yeah.
Silicon Valley Bank was the crypto company that
Right.
had a stable coin.
Circle.
And of
Right.
course, when the stable coin was trading and they said, do you have enough liquidity? And they went to the bank and said, do we have enough liquidity? And the bank said, no, we've loaned it out 9 times over. So, you can't have it all right now. But, the old thing, give us 30 days and we'll get your money. And like, that doesn't count because
Right.
we're running a stable coin, business, and we're going to have to refund people. And so that was what triggered it. And then of course, everybody else in the bank being a VC, all
Right.
doing highly leveraged type of projects, they all heard the rumblings and thought that they should take their money out or move it anywhere. But I mean, the bank, the biggest one, was $3 billion for that
Mhm.
stablecoin company.
Right.
How could they put $3 billion into one bank and then not know that bank is going to loan it out or do
Right.
whatever they do with their investments? I mean, that's what banks do.
Sure.
So it's just crazy what they did. But exactly what she said, and the slush fund that they set up to save the banks if something like this would ever happen. Of course, the banks charge more fees to set up to fund that fund,
Right.
so that when they go belly up, they can get bailed out. It's crazy.
It is. But that's what I'm saying. People, I think, in a lot of areas, I think people are starting to be really their eyes open to how all this stuff really works. And it's not just here with banking. There's a lot of stuff that it's just not what you really thought it was, right? So this Tom Emmer, this is kind of who she was talking about today. Um, he said I sent a letter to the FDIC chairman Grunberg regarding reports that the FDIC is weaponizing recent instability in the banking sector to purge legal crypto activity from the U.S. And that's another thing of what they're talking about with the what is it? The signature? I think it's was it Silvergate? The Silvergate parent company was having to do with Silicon Valley and all that. There was 3 different banks, and they
Right.
were crypto banks, right? Like you said,
Hmm.
one was Circle, had stable tokens. Another one was as a good kind of way to get crypto in and out, right? But that's what this guy is talking about. And Emmer also targeted the president of the United States, Joe Biden, accusing policymakers of attempting to choke off digital assets from the U.S. financial system. The Minnesota representative made similar claims prior to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. That's what I was just talking about. In
Hmm.
addition to speculating the U.S. government could easily weaponize a central bank digital currency as a surveillance token. I mean, a surveillance tool. And, that's exactly what China,
Yeah.
right? Is that what you're going to say? That's what they're working on, right?
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Exactly. They're going to put the money in your account. If you're not spending it the way they want it, if you're not
Right.
spending it fast enough, or if you're saving it too long, they're take it back.
Right.
Money that expires. Who wants that?
That's right. Expiring money. That's right. So this is also Gensler. This is more news about all this stuff that's going on. This is SEC head of the SEC Gensler suggests staking token operators should seek to come into compliance. It's another thing that they're straight up going after, right? That they're talking
Hmm.
about. They had a meeting today about this. The investing public is investing, anticipating a return, anticipating something on these tokens, whether they're proof of stake tokens, where they're also looking to get returns on those proof of stake tokens, getting 2, 4, 18% returns. So down here, this is what he was. This was, like I said, this is today. Open commission meeting. March 15th, 10 a.m. We will have an SEC Gov open meeting to discuss proposed changes to regulations, proposed cybersecurity risk management, proposed changes to regulations SCI. So, and that like I said, that had stuff to do with obviously what we were just talking about. But ending on all this is just a pretty cool news story about this this African Bitcoin adoption, right? Without internet, and that caught my attention, right? So the text-based tool, it's a text-based tool, Bitcoin, the unbitcoin, the unbitcoin. I'm used to saying the unbanked. Bitcoin, the unbitcoined, has grown its user base by 10x in less than a year. So nearly 3,000 Africans adopted Bitcoin, often called the Internet of Money, without actually having access to the internet. Now that's pretty cool. So the answer lies with the Manchikura, a tool built by a software developer, Nagako, for using Bitcoin without nothing but a feature phone. No computer, no smartphone, or internet services required. That's interesting. So he said, I had set up a Raspberry Pi running both a Bitcoin and Lightning node and was trying to figure out what I could build on top of it. Nagako told Decrypt via direct message. Sorry, I got another computer doing something here. A USSD project was intriguing because quite a lot of African Bitcoiners were already talking about building a wallet for feature phone users. So this is what he's saying. There's got to be a better, there's got to be a way to get a Bitcoin wallet onto a non-smartphone mobile phone. Someone out there is definitely smart enough to figure this out. I believe in you. Like one of these. So look at the, that's back in the day right there. You're going to be able to get Bitcoin on that. That's pretty interesting. And my man here, he said
that's what Satoshi was talking on when he created Bitcoin.
Yep, that's right. It's true. Give me 2 weeks, my man said. So USSD stands for unstructured supplementary service data. So I don't know this. This is tech stuff to me. But what it is something in text form, right? The mobile phone users across a range of African countries can access the app by dialing a specific code, depending on their location and the service they wish to access. Its services include sending or receiving Bitcoin, checking one's balance, or even bartering Bitcoin for goods or services on Bitrefill. I don't even know if I'm saying that. Bitrefill. The tool, Bitrefill. Okay, that's much better. Bitrefill. The tool can even interact with the Lightning Network, a layer 2 payment system that enables instantaneous and virtually free Bitcoin transactions. So again, that is super interesting, man. Very cool. I don't know. I mean, it's something like I said, this guy just kind of came out with recently, and like I said, that was last year in May. So don't know like too much. I know that's something that's happening in Africa. Just thought, like I said, because we've talked about some cool things with phones and stuff like that too. Leading into it, I know we got 6 minutes.
It doesn't sound like there's too much security on that one.
No.
There's no seed phrase and all that other stuff. So I wouldn't hold a lot of Bitcoin in that wallet or whatever you're.
My main thing of what got me is the bartering thing. You know, you could see where you could kind of move some things around like that, because I was a big bartering guy in the military.
Right.
I was all about bartering. So, that's interesting. They can do some things with that, But
yeah,
what everybody kind of, been mentioning right when we started off the show is the monsters, right? And I know we've been doing this beacon of hope, right? There was an awesome portal right there that we all been charging. And finally, amazingly, we reached a number, right? And it opened up the great search. And that is super cool. This is now where you can start summon a monster. And, jumping over there, you go over here and it's very cool. These things are awesome. You can sit there and you can jump in and, I don't have this, like I said, my wallet's not connected, but you can do this with ETH or the monster token. And when you're over there, you would obviously connect your wallet and then you just, search for a monster. And when you're over into this open sea, you can start seeing, I'm going to click on these because this is pretty cool, man. Clicking on this thing, and I'm going to open it up big This is a very cool.
Look at that. I love how it switches.
That is cool, man. So
I love that.
this is a looks like obviously a capsule, Tim, and
Right.
yeah. So we read in the papers, or at least on those cards, that there were 4 different species, and there we go. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So
Nice.
I don't know which one's what. I don't know what's an Exilode. Some of the Aramis, but I think obviously not obviously. I don't know, but I think that's the 4 different species, and I can't say enough because that is awesome. The artwork and how this animation is going. Like I said, I've never seen anything like it. But further inspecting into this cool project, right, is this right here. Okay. If you have to open it up, you see attributes, right? You click attributes and you can see the arrival date, April 12th, a.m. Oh, so there's a specific time. I'm thinking obviously maybe that would be the reveal date for this thing. So that's cool. And then you see city tier P3. So I think there's different obviously there's different geographical things, stuff like that. But any of this stuff, when you're looking at an NFT project, this is the stuff that you look on, right? You click all this stuff.
Right.
Down here's the story. Look, I mean, there's the literal site, right? So that's all. This is where you go to get official links and things like that, right? There's contract address, all the information around that. But I did when I was clicking other ones too. So the other thing I want to mention is this is cool because I'm going to go on and click another one. Let me go on Monster My City, and I'm just going to scroll down to any random one, right? So now I go on. So look at that, man. March 29th.
March 29th. A little sooner.
That's a little sooner. And again, it says AM. Now I'm gonna.
Can you sort by those attributes?
I don't know. I don't see a thing where I click on anything like that.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay, look, there you go, Tim. Look at that. We're learning something right there. And even too, look at this. There's a blue one, right?
Ooh, blue.
Yeah, man. This is super interesting. And yeah, I just did. When you click on it, obviously, let's make sure. Let's click on that blue. That is a March 29th a.m., mint date, or not a reveal, arrival date.
So there's 3 different colors. So I guess it's P1, P2, and P3.
Yeah.
From the Monster My City page.
Yeah, on the Monster My City. Oh, is that where was I on here? Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's 3 of them there.
Yep.
So P1, 2, and 3.
P1, P2, P3. And I'm assuming, I don't know if that's gold or yellow, but blue, green, that's awesome, man. But yeah, I mean, just the kind of the stuff that we're, kind of learning as this thing rolls out. It's super cool, man. The only other thing is I didn't get to see yet. I keep seeing AM. Is there a PM? I'm gonna just scroll down to something random. And yes, there is, Tim. Look at that. That's like 10 days from now. But
March 25th.
So the arrival date is March 20th, and that is, I really haven't seen too many NFT projects that have different arrival dates or reveal dates, right? Is that when you call it reveal?
Right.
That's cool, man. So oops.
Oh. So I guess it will
there we go. The checks.
Did we miss it?
I just missed it. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Thank you for keeping me up there.
I was so excited about the monster. So what was that? 701, 702, 703?
Yes.
Yeah, we see the range of where
there
they
you
went.
go. But yeah, man, just saying that's pretty unique. And if
now,
you're over on Twitter,
you think in the capsule there's going to be one of those, or is it going to be one of each of them?
Oh, I mean, that would be awesome.
Because it keeps like flashing different ones. I mean, is it?
Well, I think
all 4 of those guys inside that capsule.
I don't know. I would think it would be one because that's what the reveal is. Like you don't know what species. I don't know.
So it could be any one of them.
I think it would be any one of them. But hey, I'm all for rooting for giving me all 4 too.
Yeah, right.
So, but yeah, that's cool stuff, man. And
or maybe you pick the one that you want to come out of there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
like
cool.
that, dude. That's pretty fancy. His let me see. Look how fancy this white shirt is. Well, not this
Yeah.
one. He's he looks like he's there he goes.
Well, you can pause the video,
Oh, that's right.
but
Thank you, Tim.
they're all good looking monsters.
They
That guy I
are.
like too.
Which one? The big guy? Oh,
No,
look.
the one before that.
That's the Shakespeare of the group,
Mm-mm.
right?
Okay,
There you go.
that's cool. I like that one.
Oh,
It looked like he had a frog necklace.
this guy?
No, the one before that.
Oh,
I like that. Yeah,
ooh,
that's the one I like.
it is a frog necklace.
It looks pretty wild. It looks like I saw a frog on his chest. I was like, what the heck?
Is that he got
And
a
then
hippie? He's got a hippie patches too, man. That's a
yeah,
hippie.
he's got a denim
Hippie
jacket
chick.
on.
That's a
I don't
lady.
know. And those look like octopus tentacles coming out of
Tentacles.
the
It
head
does.
there.
Yeah.
That looks pretty wild. Yeah, that's a crazy looking monster right there. I like that one.
I wonder what, like I said, another thing, like, I would like to, figure out which species. That's pretty cool, man. Because they all, when you read the cards,
Right.
that has kind of different special powers too.
Right.
Yeah, man.
They do different things in
This
the
is awesome, just in general.
universe.
If you've been keeping up with it, at first it was cool clicking the button as fast as you can, seeing the the numbers go up, and then you had the bar,
Right.
that you see where where the goal was, and then all of a sudden it switched, and now you got the thing that you're charging, and no one knew anything what number what it was where you had to
Right.
get to, but yet you had some 50 plus thousand, because that's what I was. I was thinking, oh, it's going to be 50,000. It wasn't. It was like 50,000 and some change, 52,000 and some change. And then now, the game is literally, going and finding them. And it is a game, man.
Right.
This whole process of learning about them is the game. And yeah,
Mhm.
I've never seen a project like this. This is super cool, man.
Well, it's an awesome start because I mean, obviously they have different powers. They're going to be doing things, and then they keep saying, different portals, different cities. So there's going to be a whole mess of them, different locations, or I mean, I don't know if there's going to be battles between locations or whatever. But
Right.
it seems pretty cool that they're spreading it out and using, real world locations.
Right.
Over the earth, right? It's not like come to our metaverse and play the game. It's like we're coming back to earth. And so
Well, hopefully, I don't know. It could be universes. I don't know. It's I don't know.
well, I don't know either, but the way I read it,
Right.
says, geolocated across the earth. That's the story, and they are using Antarctica. I mean, it might
Oh,
happen in a metaverse, but
right.
it seems tied. It seems tied to locations, and of course the site being Monster My City.
Right.
I'm kind of
You're leaning.
reading it. I'm reading into it a little bit,
You're,
but that's how I read it. I mean, it could be anything. We could be in a multiverse that has,
yeah.
similar locations as the Earth, but that'd be cool if it was what is that? Not VR, AR, right?
Yeah.
Augmented reality,
Augmented. Yeah. Yeah.
and
It
then
would be.
laid right on top of the Earth. That'd be
Yep.
cool.
It is. Yeah.
I
Good
like it.
stuff, man.
But I mean, I didn't create it, so who knows?
So, but yeah, either or. I mean, super interesting. People should definitely take a look and keep up with it, because almost every other day, some new things are happening with it. And like I said, the learning about it is a game, and it's fun itself, right? I'm having a
Yeah.
blast. Following, even with other people are like kind of speculating and talking about, on Twitter. Twitter, it's a blast over there, man. You know what I mean? Those guys are the NFT degens, right? We'll have a hike on SpaceX.
I think it's hitch a ride on SpaceX to see if we can find the locations on the moon.
There you go. Right? That's what I'm talking about, George. Yes. But
I like it.
very cool, man.
All right. You got anything else? We'll be back again tomorrow night. Do the same time, 9:00, and then the next time tomorrow night, I promise we won't miss the check auction.
It is my bad.
But they seem to be running a tight race over there at the checks for 700, 701, 703, 706.
Right.
Which is cool. I can't wait for more information on that. So it looks cool. But we'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I think there's a redesign going with the poker game. So we're gonna take a break from poker. While they do a redesign, and hopefully we'll get some more people in when they redesign it. And
well, even too, I think FOMO's going to start doing some spaces. I heard him with the some news. Maybe I might be jumping ahead, but I know he's been talking about. I think him and Hatsacker maybe start doing some spaces. So we'll see.
Going back on air.
I think so. And JC, good to see you, my friend. And yeah, no, it's all good. We appreciate everybody that just watches. Share these the videos just so there's visuals of people. I know a lot of us do spaces and do things like that. You share the videos. They can kind of see what kind of you've been talking about and all that. But yeah, give it a like and share it. Helps the algorithm, helps us spread the news of all the stuff that's going on. And yeah, man, I mean, everybody is a little concerned with the world and all that's going on with the traditional finance. People are starting to look at this very seriously because people saw value lose with their holding in just dollars or even in stocks. And I know it's volatile over here too, but as a whole, I remember that graph I would show. Tim, remember Bitcoin? It's steadily every year is almost 100-200% growth. So
well, it was funny because people said Bitcoin was going to die, and then some news came out last week when the banks were going to close, right? And so then it shot up to 26 or whatever, and then they were like, "Oh, it was a crypto bank," and then the news came out that it was crypto involved, and it crashed down to 20,000, and now it's back to 24.
Right.
Because they were like, "Oh, it's not a Bitcoin bank and whatever." So I mean, that's a wild swing right there.
Sure.
To go from under 20, creeped up to 26, and then on the news of the banking, and then crashed down when they said it was a crypto bank, and then went back up when they said, but it doesn't involve Bitcoin.
It is. Well, that's what I mean. No one really knows. They're not. People aren't really plugged in, and that's like I'm saying. That's our job. Everybody here. I mean, everybody that you ever talk to, it's really important to get them and it is not financial advice. It's just important to get the understanding of what a centralized and a decentralized. That's why I always start with concepts so people can understand and wrap their head around it. Not this token does this and it's a technology and these NFTs are going to be great for the metaverse. It's nothing like they rarely ever do that. I just talk, about concepts and why there's many people that don't understand the banking system, finance itself, or what a blockchain. And, you could say a trustless system and they're like, what are you talking about? Because that's what you just saw in banking. They broke the trust system, right?
Yeah.
That bank mishandled everybody's money. And that is their fault. It's not like, it's not the depositor's fault. Right, that bank mishandled people's money. They over leveraged. They put it out there. They couldn't, pull it all back, and they were the ones managing, and nothing happens to them. Right, it's broken. You can't, and that's why we get so excited when you talk about a trustless system over here. If the smart contracts are built and everybody's been audited and the thing is operating like it's supposed to, that's like I said. That's why I'm so excited about the tokens that we've been involved with and launched. Everything has been a pure system. We launched a fair. No one got ahead of anybody, right? You were able to buy however many tokens you wanted to buy, and nobody was given tokens, right? That's the whole idea, right? Just because it's been a little bit longer here with us, it's because we built something real, and we weren't doing all of the. Like I said, every time you seen the ICO days, people were launching tokens, hyping it up, and you see every time it goes bam, and then everybody that had tokens, they start dumping it on everybody and it crashes. Right. So that's what they were doing. And they were raising money. So now they can go build a blockchain, or now they can go build a game, or now they can go build the metaverse. It's not what was done here. Right. Wake up.
Right. Unbelievable. But the most amazing part about it all in a big overview of it is that it's there on the blockchain. So, they put deposits in this bank, the bank messes it up. You can't get to your money. You have to wait for a bailout from the FDIC. This is not the way. plain and simple terms, if it's on the blockchain, it's on the blockchain.
Right.
And you can go to whatever computer you want, plug in your ledger or however you do, or your 12 seed phrase, whatever you have to do to get in there, get your blockchain and get on the blockchain, and your money, your tokens, your coins are there.
Yeah.
And you don't need anyone else. And that is the overarching, best thing about the whole thing, is that it's going to be there no matter what. And no one else has the right to freeze it or take it away or do it or invest it improperly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the amazing part right there.
Yeah, and imagine there's none of them, like I said, the middlemen that take fees of doing all the stuff we do. That we're directly, and again, that's why some don't like, because of the the responsibility, and why people really have to learn on what's going on over here, because you are fully responsible for your stuff. But
right.
With that, it comes with great responsibility. You have to do, if you want this greatness of you being in control of your assets, then you do have to take responsibility for it. You can't have a middleman, right? You'll see that central bank digital currency is going to happen, right? That's what what they're doing, and you will live, and they'll be telling you can't order a pizza because you got too high of cholesterol, so you can't, no pizza for you. You need the cauliflower vegetable
and
dish.
You and I would never sign up for something like that. It's going to limit our pizza.
That's right. That's what I'm telling you. But that's what's funny. I mean, live however you want. I mean, it's your choice.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think the US is this crazy, because everybody, I'm telling you, innovation and people will leave. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm down with their President Bukele. He's down. I'm leaving. I'm going to El Salvador.
Well, I'll tell you, Ray, the last one, we've been going a pretty good time, but a non-crypto story was, I read today that immortality for humans is only 7 years away.
Oh, yeah.
With the advancements of AI and all the computer programming that they're going to be able to rapidly go through, and then, AI is going to figure out a way to regenerate our cells, and boom, boom, boom. 7 years from now,
I'm not messing with that, bro.
You're not messing with that, but somebody's gonna, and
I know they will. I know.
And then you can live forever. You're gonna need all the tokens you can get.
You need that generational wealth.
That's right. Well, your generation's still gonna be here in a couple hundred years. So you're
gonna be hanging out with all the generations.
Yeah, you're gonna watch them spend it. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. I do get it. But yes, some of that, I mean, that is the transhumanism. I get it, bro. But it's that's funny. That is their big goal, right? But I am not merging. I'm not merging with no machine.
No. I'm not talking about the implants. I'm talking that if you got a bad ticker, they'll grow you a new one and put it in, and you keep on rocking.
Keep on rocking. That's right. Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. They say 7 years, so hey. By then, Bitcoin's supposed to be $1 million a coin, right?
Hey, it'd be like, I'll take a couple hearts.
Right. All right, there you go. So let's come back tomorrow night at 9:00, and we'll do it again, and we'll have some fun. But everybody, go check out monstermy.city.
Perfect.
And check it out. Read the story, and check out that. What do they call that? Summon a monster.
Summon a monster. And plug in on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, make a Twitter account and get over there and have some fun. Like I said, it's a blast. You know, and those crazy guys and ladies just start talking about whatever. You go down a rabbit hole, and it's just a fun place, right? It's cool. Now that it's Twitter has kind of been revamped, right? It's a good place to hang out.
Sounds good. All right. We'll see you there. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you. Yep. See ya.